The Denver Nuggets had an amazing playoff run this year. Led by Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, they were down 3-1 to the Utah Jazz. Guess what? Came back and won in Game 7. Next round, they were down 3-1 to the Los Angeles Clippers, and guess what? They came back and won in Game 7. And to celebrate the success of the Nuggets this season, I gotta change my background color to the blue. Just for that fact. No one expected the Denver Nuggets to go to the conference finals this year. Everybody thought it would be the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And the fact that this young team, led by a 23-year-old and a 25-year-old, can go to the conference finals, that just speaks one thing. That one thing is that this team, they're just gonna keep getting better and better and better. And in this video, we're gonna talk about the future of the Denver Nuggets this offseason, some potential moves they can make, some trades, some free agents they could sign. This video is all gonna be about the progression of this young, amazing team. So if you're a big Denver Nugget fan, this video is perfect for you. But before I get into the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched the video and loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, we're going straight into the Denver Nuggets and their plans this offseason. The Nuggets are coached really well this year by Mike Malone, and a lot of NBA players have heavy praise for him. A strong head coach really develops into the young players of any NBA team, and Mike Malone has certainly done that with this Denver team, and that's why I believe as long as Mike Malone is the head coach, this team will only keep getting better. So I just wanted to start off this video by giving a quick shout out to how well Mike Malone has been and how far he's taken these guys. But the Nuggets will be losing some key pieces in this upcoming offseason. These key pieces are actually players that are consistent in the rotation, which is Paul Millsap, Mason Plumlee, and Torrey Craig. But the good news is that other than these guys, they'll still be keeping the main core of Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., and the others. I believe in this upcoming offseason, the Nuggets don't have to make major moves, make big offseason trades. What I believe they have to do is develop their roster right now and get some small additions that could benefit the squad. But I do have some priorities for the Nuggets. The first priority for the Nuggets, in my opinion, is to give Jeremy Grant a contract extension. Jeremy Grant will be getting a player option in this upcoming offseason, and potentially he might opt out, as many teams in the NBA do want a player of his caliber. In Game 3 against the Los Angeles Lakers, Jeremy Grant was amazing, putting up plus 20 points and being a factor to why they actually won the game. You can see in a video that after the Lakers won, LeBron James pulled aside Jeremy Grant to give him some advice and wisdom on how he can get better, and that just shows how LeBron James values Jeremy Grant, and other teams must do as well. Jeremy Grant played most of the time with the roster at that power forward position, and them losing Paul Millsap, Jeremy Grant could easily be that starting power forward. Giving him a contract extension is a top priority in my book, and I believe he just fits the system perfectly under Mike Malone. The second priority, in my opinion, is to try to re-sign Torrey Craig and maybe get a cheap deal for him. Torrey Craig also has a lot of value in the NBA. He's one of those players that can lock down anybody on the defensive end. He can lock down a guy like Damian Lillard, lock down a Kyrie Irving. He's just up to the challenge defensively, and every team in the NBA needs somebody that can stop a dominant ball handler. Torrey Craig is coming off a $2 million contract, and I believe he'll be expecting something between $5 to $10 million, and that's why if the Nuggets do have enough cap room, signing him to maybe a $7 million deal might just be worth it. The third priority is to try and re-sign PJ Dozier. PJ Dozier is one of those players in the NBA that doesn't get a lot of minutes, but when he does, his plus minus is ridiculous. He's a very tall point guard, 6'6" I believe, and is very versatile on the offensive end. If you watch PJ Dozier play, he can be great defensively and shows a great level of basketball IQ when it comes to playmaking. PJ Dozier can be a third option for the Nuggets once again behind Monte Morris and Jamal Murray as their point guard, and could easily be a point guard that Mike Malone wants to develop for the future. I like PJ Dozier from what I've seen so far, and I believe getting him is easily a top priority because you can probably get him for cheap. So now let's move on to generally speaking what I believe the Nuggets have to do to get a lot better. What I believe the Nuggets have to do to get a lot better is give Michael Porter Jr. more opportunity. Michael Porter Jr. is one of those rookies in that category of a high risk and high reward type of player. The Nuggets drafted Michael Porter Jr. in the 2018 draft, and what a steal they got out of him, as he was projected to be a top 5 pick, but ended up getting him as a top 15. This year, Michael Porter Jr. basically played the role of the 6th man, and I believe inserting him into the starting lineup, it'll give the Denver Nuggets a big 3 if they could develop Jamal Murray, MPJ, and Nikola Jokic together. We've seen how Michael Porter Jr., his confidence is there. He's not afraid to take the shot on clutch moments. And that's why I believe the Nuggets need that one small forward that can do all things on the floor. He's great on the offensive rebounding, he's a great 3-point shooter, but his poise and attitude, I believe he has a great future in the NBA, and the Denver Nuggets have to use him to the maximum potential. When talking about trades concerning the Denver Nuggets, I'll be honest, there's only one player I believe they should target when it comes to making a blockbuster deal. I believe the Nuggets should target Bradley Beal to be their starting shooting guard alongside Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Bradley Beal was linked to the Nuggets on multiple occasions, as a Will Barton and Gary Harris with some draft picks might just do the trick. The Denver Nuggets do need a third consistent scoring option. I know they got Michael Porter Jr. to be that for the future, but if they could get Bradley Beal, who's already proven to be an NBA All-Star type of caliber player, this team would go to the NBA Conference Finals again next season. Bradley Beal to the Nuggets, what do you guys think about that? We're not too sure about Bradley Beal's situation if he wants to lead the Washington Wizards, but if he do, there's been rumors about him going to the Brooklyn Nets, maybe the LA Lakers, but the Denver Nuggets are definitely in that conversation. But ultimately, I don't think the Nuggets need to make any trades. I believe this team is great on its own, their chemistry is beautiful to watch, and you don't want to ruin it by trading away a key piece. So more specifically, I would love to see a Bradley Beal trade go down, but overall, the Nuggets don't need a trade, they're already good on their own. But now let's move over to free agency and what I believe they can do to get better when it comes to signing free agents. What I believe the Denver Nuggets needs is veteran leadership and also some floor spacing, a dominant shooter. This Denver Nuggets is a young team, but they don't have anybody on the roster to guide them down the right path and give them some experience, some knowledge of how long they've been in the NBA. And honestly, I have a perfect free agent that I believe would be a perfect fit for this Denver Nuggets team. The first free agent I believe they could target to be a floor general, to be a leader for the team, is Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler is a defensive anchor in the NBA that is highly respected, and a lot of teams want his NBA insight. Tyson Chandler can come to the team, give Nikola Jokic pointers on how to be a better defender and also be a better leader, and could develop the team's chemistry in the locker room. I love this signing, and I believe if they could get Tyson Chandler, they'll be better overall. The next free agent is a reunion of Carmelo Anthony and the Denver Nuggets. Carmelo Anthony has proven during this year that he can play in the NBA and still be a valuable and impactful player on the court and off the court. For the Blazers this year, Carmelo was a big part of the success, making a strong playoff push to the 8th seed, and I believe Carmelo Anthony has more to prove in the NBA. If Carmelo Anthony can be on the Denver Nuggets, be a 6-man or even a starting power forward, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. I love how Carmelo Anthony has changed his attitude when it comes to the NBA. He's become more of a veteran leader, more of a respected role model, and with his young team, he'll just fit perfectly. And the last free agent I believe the Denver Nuggets could target is Joakim Noah. We all know what Joakim Noah is. He is a floor general, a defensive anchor, and an energy booster. During this year, the Denver Nuggets played super well off energy, and Joakim Noah could be that energizer for the team on every night. He'll be in the same situation as Tyson Chandler, to be a role model, to be a mentor to Nikola Jokic, giving him defensive strengths, defensive tips, and just making him better overall. But in conclusion, I believe the Denver Nuggets, they're just going to keep getting better and better and better. I believe next year the perfect starting lineup for them would be Jamal Murray point guard, Gary Harris shooting guard, Michael Porter Jr. in the starting lineup at small forward, Jeremy Grant power forward, and Nikola Jokic at center. What do you guys think about that? But yeah guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Denver Nuggets and what's best for them in this upcoming offseason. But what's most important to me is I want to know your opinions. What do you guys think the Denver Nuggets should do? Are there any other free agents you believe would be a perfect fit for them? Or should they make any big time trades? But other than that, take it easy. God bless. I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
fly.